up? It's Richie here with Statifying Football. This is the preview for the NFC and the AFC Conference Championship games for the 2020 NFL season. These are the games that are going to decide who plays in the Super Bowl. Shout out to my friend Sidewalk Clothes. Go check his YouTube channel out. Talks about all kinds of things. He makes some sport picks as well. And every kind of news, so check that out there. See if his picks will jive with mine. I'll start with the NFC Championship game. Green Bay Packers hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if you will. Green Bay coming off a 32-18 win against the Los Angeles Rams. Aaron Rodgers, 296 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, plus 1 rushing. He put up 484 yards of total offense, 4 sacks. They put up a lot of points and moved it pretty well against a normally pretty stout Rams defense. I mean, they're number 1 in the league in scoring and total defense. Green Bay was able to run for 191 yards against them. I don't believe they will even get half of that versus the Buccaneers, the number 1 run defense in the league all season long by far, by over 10 yards. They were only allowing like 80 yards a game rushing, and the next closest is like 90. So I don't think they will do that. However, the Bucs did humiliate the Packers, this Aaron Rodgers-led Packers, early in the season. They beat them 38-10. Rodgers had an amazing historical season, 48 touchdown passes to only 5 interceptions. However, 2 of them did come against the Bucs in that loss. To me, Aaron Rodgers is a lot like Tom Brady, where if you piss him off, he will go out for blood. He wants revenge. That's the main thing that I'm worried about as a Bucs fan. Going to the Bucs, they're facing the Saints. They finally got that monkey off the back after losing 6 games in a row to the Saints. They beat them in New Orleans 30-20. This is all about the Bucs defense. Shutting Drew Brees down, probably ending his career. Brees only had 134 passing yards, and he had a passing touchdown, but he threw 3 interceptions. They turned over 4 times in that game. Brady, statistically, 199 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. The big key here is no turnovers, and all 4 times they capitalized, or all 4 times they forced a turnover, they capitalized. And what I mean is, they had an interception return to the 3-yard line, touchdown. They had a fumble return to like the 40 or something, turned that into a touchdown. They had an interception late in the game, returned to about the 20 or so, touchdown. And the last interception Mike Edwards got, we got with over 4 minutes to go. We ran out the clock. The Buccaneers ran out the clock with that. They got it with about 4.5 minutes left. They got, I think, 2 first downs. The second one came right before the 2-minute warning. Then they kneeled it out from there because the Saints had used all their timeouts. So if they mess up on any one of those turnovers, it may not be a victory. If they mess up on 2, it's not a victory for the Bucs. So that's the difference, I think, Brady with his leadership and execution, and the whole team executing on those plays is a difference, or was the difference in that game. This game, it is in Lambeau Field. I don't believe there's a whole lot to make about the Bucs and the weather. Historically, they don't play in very well in cold weather games. I don't think that'll matter as much. Yes, it'll be 32 or maybe in the 20s. Florida, yes, it's hot in Florida, but it does occasionally get to that cold. And no, it doesn't snow. Like, it may snow there. One, it's 3 in the afternoon, so it'll still be more warm. Plus, the big difference is there will not be any wind, or is not expected to be much wind. So if there is a little bit of light snow or whatever, it won't be as cold. And once the game's going, I really don't think it'll make a difference. If it does snow, if there is a difference, the Bucs running game has been really good in the playoffs in the last bunch of games between Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones. So if anything, that's good for us. The Packers have a good running back in Aaron Jones, which we stuffed. He only had 10 carries for 15 yards in that game against the Bucs in that first one. And another big, huge key the Bucs have in this game. Antonio Brown will not be there, but Vita Vea is back. He is a great defensive tackle. He got hurt early in the game in the Bears game. He wasn't there the first time against the Packers, and we shut him down without him. He's not only a great run stuffer, he can pressure the quarterback. Even if he doesn't sack him, he can push the center and guards back into Aaron Rodgers' face. which will force him one way or the other into Shaquille Barrett's arms, into JPP's arms. Even if Vita Vea just pushes up and opens up a lane for JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul to twist underneath, or Devin White, Levante David, anybody that blitzes really, whether it's safety blitz, corner blitz, whatever, anybody that wants to go inside behind Vita Vea, that could be a huge, huge difference in this game. I've been going back and forth because of Vita Vea. Even if he only plays 10, 15, 20 snaps, those could be the difference in this kind of game. I'm going to go, I've been hesitant all year, but I'm going to go with the Bucs here. Again, Aaron Rodgers scares the crap out of me. But with Vita Vea back, with Devin White back, it'll be a tough game as long as we don't turn it over and we capitalize on any mistakes that we can get, whether we force turnovers or even just force a short punt, get a decent punt return, even if we don't have to start on their 3-yard line, even if we can start on our own 35, 40 and have relatively short fields set up. I mean, Ryan Succop has been amazing all year on field goals. Even if you can shut up some short things just for that, I think that's a huge, huge difference. So I'm going to go with the Bucs going home to play in the Super Bowl. All right, now we're going to the AFC Championship game, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bills, they are who I thought they were. They're a pretender. I feel the Ravens probably very well could have beat them. Ravens got away from their running game really early in the game last week. They lost. The Ravens lost to the Bills 17-3. Josh Allen had one good drive, and that was the second half. He led them to a touchdown. Lamar Jackson almost led them to a touchdown late. He threw that interception return for a touchdown, which kind of changed the game. Now, the Ravens missing Tucker, missing 2 field goals, which he doesn't do like at all, much less. I mean, yeah, there were 41, 43-yard field goals, but he went 37 for 37, I think, a couple of years ago. So, like, the kicker for the Ravens does miss field goals. If he makes 2 of them, it's a 10-9 game. When Lamar Jackson throws that pick six, they probably go for a run or a different kind of pass there that if you don't get it, it goes out of the end zone and you kick a field goal, take a 12-10 lead. Who knows what could have happened with that. My point is, I don't think the Bills are a playoff or a Super Bowl. Can I put it this way? If the Bills make the Super Bowl, they will not win it. Whether it's against Tampa or Green Bay, they will not win it, and they may not even be close. The Chiefs came out with a 22-17 win against the Browns. Kind of a controversial play with the Browns did, where they fumbled into the end zone. It turns it into a touchback. Controversial in terms of should it be a rule. That is the correct call on the field. If you fumble into and through the end zone, it is a turnover touchback. But in the NFL, if you fumble it forward anywhere else in the field and it goes out of bounds forward, it goes back to where the fumbler fumbled the ball and goes back to the team that maintained the possession. So if you extrapolate that rule for the end zone, it should have been Browns ball still at the 1-yard line. Whatever. That was a huge miss for the Browns. They only lost 22-17. The big takeaway is Patrick Mahomes had a concussion, and people aren't really mentioning it. He hurt his toe. That could be a bigger difference in this game than the concussion. My feeling was all week, if Patrick Mahomes plays, the Chiefs win. If he doesn't play, the Bills win. That's clear cut. To me, that's it. But it's a little bit of a difference. If Mahomes can play, even if he's mentally okay, if his brain is okay, that's a lot of what Patrick Mahomes does. He can not only scramble a lot, but he scrambles around to throw downfield. He drops back a lot further than most people can and just goes off of arm strength. If his toe is inhibiting him a little bit, if it's limiting his mobility a little bit, even just dropping back, that could be a bit of a difference in that game. They were, of course, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill went off 8 catches for each, about 110 yards for each, and a touchdown for Kelce. I'm still going to go, it seems like Mahomes is going to play and start. I'm still going to go the Chiefs here against the Bills, but this will be a bit closer than I thought it would be. Everybody's saying the Bills defense kind of sucks. Like, they were, I previewed them last game. They're 16th in the NFL. Their offense was good, and they didn't do a damn thing against the Ravens. So if they don't show up again against the Mahomes-led Chiefs. The Mahomes-led Chiefs will, if Mahomes is healthy, they blow them out. It's like 42-7 or something, right? Like, but even a limited Mahomes should still be enough to get 24-27, 27-14, kind of something like that. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs there. So I think it'll be a rematch from the regular season, Chiefs and Bucs going to Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. So there's our preview and breakdowns. Check out all my other videos. Like I said, check out my buddy Sidewalk Closed, his YouTube channel. Peace.